Welcome to Daily News Updates by the Shipping Tribune. Here we bring to you the latest maritime daily news in a concise short-form video format. Please subscribe for regular updates. Freight market scenario by Saigal, SeaTrade.
The Asia-Pacific Supramax market freight rates were stable to lower on July 1st. The Asia-Pacific Panamax market freight rates were mostly higher on July 1st despite the Pacific Basin witnessing limited cargo volumes.
India imports record 4.93 million barrels per day crude in June. Russia remains top supplier. India imported a record 4.93 million barrels per day of crude oil in June, marking the highest ever import volume for the month despite heightened geopolitical tensions in West Asia. The surge was driven by higher purchases of discounted Russian crude, reinforcing Russia's position as India's largest oil supplier, according to data and analysis by energy intelligence firm Kepler. Russian crude imports rose to around 2.6 million barrels per day during June, accounting for more than half of India's total crude imports. This marked a sharp increase from May when Russian shipments stood at 2.13 million barrels per day and represented 36.5% of the country's imports, news agency PTI reported. 5 firms show interest in development of Kamarajar Port's proposed bulk terminals. 5 companies, including global players, have expressed interest in development of the bulk terminals under public-private partnership at Kamarajar Port in North Chennai. This is to augment the port's dry bulk cargo handling capacity, sources said. The project will be implemented on a design, build, finance, operate and transfer basis. Kamarajar Port Limited recently invited global expressions of interest from investors, developers and terminal operators for the proposed terminals. Coal shipments jumped 14% in June, driven by Chinese demand. In June 2026, global coal shipments jumped 14% year-on-year, driven by a 41% year-on-year increase in coal shipments to China as the country looked to offset weaker domestic supply and to meet higher demand from electricity generation. Since the start of the year, global coal shipments have risen 3% year-on-year, a reversal of last year's trend when they fell 4% year-on-year. Iran, Oman advanced plan to make vessels pay for Strait of Hormuz passage despite US objection. Plans to introduce payments for vessels transiting the strategic Strait of Hormuz are being advanced by Iran and Oman despite public objections from Washington, according to a report published by the New York Times. The implementation of the proposal would represent a major shift from the pre-war status of the critical waterway, where merchant ships had historically transited free of charge between the two coastal nations while ferrying oil and gas supplies from the Persian Gulf to international markets. Thank you for watching the video. Please hit the like button if you like the video, leave a comment down below and subscribe to the Shipping Tribune YouTube channel if you haven't already.